Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We're going to get started for our brand unveil press conference. Thank you for joining us as we present details about the McAllen Chamber's new brand identity and logo. My name is Christine Cavazos. I'm the Vice President of Strategic Communications for the McAllen Chamber. I will also serve as your MC for today's programming. But before we begin, I would like to recognize special guests that are here with us today. For the City of McAllen, please help me welcoming Mr. Tony Aguirre, District 1 Commissioner. Yay. Mr. Joaquin J.J. Zamora, Mayor Pro Tem, District 2 Commissioner. Mr. Victor Sebi Haddad, District 5 Commissioner. And we have some special guests with us today here. Superintendent McAllen ISD, J.A. Gonzalez. And we have District Director Carlos Gutierrez for Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa. From a McAllen Chamber Board, we have past Chairwoman Annette France. We have Ms. Kay Jansek. And we have Dr. Fred Farias. We of course have our McAllen Chamber President and CEO Josh Mejia. And our partners in the community, the McAllen Chamber Ambassadors. I would like to welcome Mr. Mejia, who will talk about how he sees the McAllen Chamber right now and what he is envisioning for the future.
Thank you, Christine, and thank you to everybody for taking the time to be here present to celebrate what is now a formal introduction of our brand new logo for the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. I was asked to talk no more than 40 minutes, so hopefully, I'm able to occupy most of the time here, or seconds, or minutes, or hours. It's up. We'll see how it feels at the end of the conversation, but. It's a great joy. I've been here for more than 6 months now. It's past my halfway point, and it's always the same thing that runs over in my head back and forth. And it's the warmth that you get from the people in the community that really have an affinity towards this organization that has been here for a very long time, since 1925. And so to be able to come in and say, how can we take something that people love so much already and make it better? Is a very, very huge task. How do we do that with respect? How do we do that strategically? How do we do that without deviating from the identity of what makes McAllen so great? And for that, we knew as a group and as a team that we needed the right talent here to be able to help us navigate through this journey. And thanks to the leadership that we received from the board, from all of our stakeholders, our partners, we were able to create for the first time a strategic communications team that is helping us convey the story of what a chamber should be doing for its community. And so I just want you all to join me in a massive round of applause for our great team members, starting with Christine and her team, Andres and Ana Sofia, who were able to make this journey a reality. Now, before I dive into what direction we're heading with the organization, I have to always repeat what I've said before, and that's a massive thank you to the people that have taken time off their schedules to be able to meet with me, to be able to send me messages. Believe me, I read all the comments that we have on social media. I try to keep track of everything that comes out to be able to understand exactly the direction that we need this organization to take, as well as the great feedback and counsel that I seek from our board members, both past and present, to be able to make these determinations, right? We're all in this together, so we want to make sure that we are creating the impact that you all as a community are defining. And with that said, we went ahead and revamped our strategic focuses for the organization. And our logo not only speaks of the past, but also speaks of these 4 initiatives that we want to revamp. One of them being economic development. We want to partner with the City of McAllen to be able to address the small business needs, to be able to help entrepreneurs thrive. as we call in the industry, we want to be able to consolidate all of the foundational resources that are necessary to improve the success rate of a business starting here in McAllen. Not only can we make that a success and a reality for people that are already here, but if we're able to do it for folks here, then it's just everything else falls into place. Folks that are from outside of McAllen will be able to notice that and be able to take a dive in, and that takes the effort and partnership of everybody, not just the McAllen Chamber. Our second initiative is obviously chamber activities, right? What can we do to be able to innovate what a chamber does? Now, chambers nationwide are struggling and are encountering these new challenges thanks to the advancement of technology, and sometimes we have these conversations in-house as well as to what can we do to provide value. And believe it or not, even with people of our demographic, we still highly value that face-to-face interaction, right? That's one of those things that we've noticed from some of the surveying that we've done with stakeholders, and so we're trying to revamp that. We're trying to be more innovative on how we tell our story. We don't want to just promote your business, we want to tell people what makes it unique. Right? You guys as business owners, as stakeholders, are part of the fabric of what makes McAllen phenomenal, and truthfully speaking, what makes the entire Rio Grande Valley great. And so we want to be able to focus on that and be able to touch on how we create ambassadorship, how we create new friendships, how we create camaraderie between the community members, and be able to convey that as being part of the facilitators of all of that great activity that takes place in McAllen. The third is tourism. You know, how do we revamp ourselves? How do we make ourselves known as a touristic destination when we're competing with large markets, right? We always hear, and I hear folks from the city talk about this, we don't compare ourselves with our neighbors, we want to compare ourselves to the greatest, right? The greatest that are here in the state. So we want to make sure how we can deliver that objective with our stakeholders, the hoteliers, right? Understanding exactly how tourism works, and understanding really what we do to be able to generate that impact that they're looking for, right? So it's a constant culture of continuous improvement that we want to integrate in every single department. And lastly, government relations. How do we become that better conduit so that the folks in the public sector in government are able to communicate and connect with the people that we represent at the end of the day? So all of these four things become extremely integral, extremely vital on exactly what the McAllen Chamber should be doing. So that whole list was what I tried to convey to Christine and her team, and I said, help me define what an icon would ultimately do to represent all of these initiatives well. And I think with what they have done, when we presented it to the board of directors, I said it was almost like a national treasure hunt is really what her team went ahead and did to be able to investigate and research a lot of different material. We went through news clippings, we went through old logos, old brochures, things that I hadn't even seen before. Many of you may not have seen before. There was even a secret compartment of the McAllen Library that only special people are allowed to view. And with Christine and Andres' charisma, they were able to get through and actually see some of the stuff in there. And so you'll be able to hear a little bit about that with Christine's explanation, but I did want to take the time to be able to, again, thank you all for the constant feedback. It doesn't stop here. It's a continuous journey, right? And I want everybody to make sure that they feel comfortable in holding us accountable of what we should be doing moving forward. So again, with all due respect, with our great leaders that we've had in the past, our current leaders right now in the present, I am very much looking forward to what this organization is going to look like in the near future. So thank you all.
Thank you, Josh. Okay, so now the fun part. I like to tell you a short story on how our new brand identity came about. When I came on board with the McAllen Chamber in fall of 2022, I knew Josh had big plans and ideas for this organization. One of the first tasks was to completely overhaul the Chamber's brand and logo, with storytelling being its core foundation. Now, we went the traditional route by outsourcing logos and ideas for a new brand. And some of the ideas brought to the table were great in their own respect, but there was something missing. I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but then I realized no one can tell your story better than you can. During the process, we were fortunate enough to bring on board multimedia specialist Andres Sanchez. During the following weeks, Andres and I delved into the history of the Chamber, including researching McAllen Public Library special collections, which had newspaper clippings dating back almost a century. Print shop manager Wally de la Garza helped us dust off the chamber archives dating back over 30 years. And we even got the community involved in the process through a brand awareness survey asking for their input. Now, some people call it movie magic, where everything comes together, or maybe they call it catching lightning in a bottle. However you want to say it, it happened to us. On a December afternoon, Andres and I came back from lunch, and not 1 minute goes by before I hear a loud gasp. And then Andres said it. I got it. From there on, everything fell into place. The missing piece that I knew we needed was found. Our new logo mark is built upon the circular iconography of a coin, styled into a ring. The intersections of 4 rings represents the unity of the Chamber's 4 pillars: economic development, membership, public policy, and tourism, as well as their shared mission of service to our community. By encasing this design into one final ring, we pay tribute to the greatest icon in McAllen history, the palm tree. This logo is not just a logo. It represents the rich history of the McAllen Chamber, and it's a symbol for the future. Now, on a personal note, I just want to say how proud and lucky I am to be part of this organization, but also to be building a strategic communications department with such incredible artists. Thank you. Now, we would like to introduce Mr. Jorge Sanchez. He's the Vice President of Economic Development. He is filling in for Ms. Blanca Cardenas, and he's going to be talking about the membership upgrades and some new online tools.
Thank you, Christine. Hello, everyone. It is our firm belief that our members deserve the best return on their investment and commitment to the McAllen Chamber. And it's our responsibility to continue to innovate as an organization and to benefit our business community the most that we can. We're honored to provide you with information about recent investments that our organization has made. And these investments provide our membership with an enhanced experience filled with additional features, benefits, and online tools in our McAllen Chamber of Commerce website. Now, each member will be able to log into a unique portal where they will be able to keep the community engaged by posting their upcoming events in our community calendar, find the right candidate for their business with a searchable job board, spread the word about their business local deals, discounts, and coupons through our member promotions, and keep the community up to date with their business blog to display news articles in our members' news. Lastly, I would like to talk about our new defined membership programming. This includes programming such as the CEO Roundtable, where members are able to have a candid and casual conversation with our President and CEO, Josh Mejia. And also, keep the same programs that we have had before, like speaker series, where our members are able to receive information on how to build a better business through an array of different topics, such as finances, operations, human resources, team management, and much more. Now, our signatures event are still up and running, like Link Up, which is our speed networking event, Good Day McAllen, Man and Woman of the Year, All About Women, and all of them will be continuing to provide resources to our membership. Thank you, everyone, for your business investment, and please reach out to the membership department to find new ways to get involved with your chamber. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. Okay. Next up, we are proud to have a check presentation by McAllen Chamber ambassadors to Make-A-Wish Foundation and Children's Bereavement Center. Please give a warm welcome to Ambassadors Chair Emilio Santos and Co-Chair Chris Lash.
Good morning, everybody. So my name is Emilio Santos, very proud to be here in this historic event. And we're going to do this check presentation, just a little bit about how this organizations were selected to be able to donate to these great organizations. We start off with talking about what we call bragging rights, right? So we brag about things that happen in the community, happens in our personal lives with our children, grandchildren, things to that nature. So the purpose of this whole thing is that we collect a donation that we give out. You know, today I'm gonna brag about my daughter, and here's a $20 brag. So we collect that throughout the year, and then we select, we nominate nonprofit organizations to be able to donate all that to them. So every year we select 2 organizations, and with that said, I am going to, you want to say anything? Or you don't want to? Okay.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Don't give me a mic, because then we'll start going. But anyway, so with that said, the first check here, we're going to present it to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for $500. Come on up.
You can't cash this one, but I'll give you the one.
I know I'm back there.
My name is Becky Gerhardt, and I'm the CEO of Make-A-Wish Rio Grande Valley, and Erica De La Cruz is our Director of Wishes. We just want to say thank you so much. We've granted over 1,500 wishes to local children who have critical illnesses, and it means so much that every single dollar contributed to us goes directly to our kids, and we're so thankful, and we're thankful to be a part of the community. You sure I can take this?
You can.
Okay.
Congratulations. All right, and then the next check is for the Children's Bereavement Center at the RGV for $500.
Welcome, everyone. I just want to say thank you to the City of McAllen, to the Chamber, to everyone here in our community for welcoming us to have our second center here in McAllen. We have one in Harlingen also, and we started in 2017. And this year we now have, thanks to all of you, a second center for our children. We take care of our children, which are the ages of 3 to 24 years of age. When someone actually dies in their family, we have licensed professional counselors that support that entire family, not just the child, but the family. And it's absolutely free. We don't take insurance. It's just free for them. So this is an extra benefit for all of us here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, before we wrap up, I know that Josh wants to make a special announcement.
Just real quick.
That
real
was a
quick.
surprise.
We'll do it together.
Sure.
I know everybody wants to do the unveiling outside. So, you know, being here, one of the great privileges that I hope to have is to be able to celebrate 100 years of the Chamber with each and every one of you all. The Chamber was founded in 1925, which means we're just a couple years away from celebrating 100 years. So put that on your calendar for the next one we do, okay?
Thank you, everyone. This concludes this part of the programming. I know it's a little sprinkly rainy, but I would like for everyone to please walk outside with us and join us for the unveiling of the sign.
Nice. Congratulations.
Brian's taking you.
Face the cameras, please, briefly.